Hey guys, here to do another review today, and this time I'm going to be doing a punch or counterpunch as he's called. Obviously the Autobot spy who changes into a Decepticon as well, so he can either be in your collection as Counterpunch, which is a Decepticon, or Punch the Autobot. I personally prefer the Punch look to him, but I'll explain why when I get onto his robot modes. In some ways, he's quite similar to what's his name? Double Dealer, in the fact that he can become an Autobot and a Decepticon, but instead of him turning into a bird and a robot, he just turns into two robots. But we'll start off first with the car mode. Very nice, very blue, more of what the Decepticon's colour is. Counterpunch is mainly all this colour here, and Punch is the yellow. Again, I'll show you later. Very nice, very sleek car. Does have a couple of problems, like in the top here is where a part flips over to show the Decepticon insignia. You know, it does take away that nice smooth look to it from the front, and it's not a downfall from the back, but these little bits that kind of flip up, you know, you can tell they move, but it's still quite nice. It is a nice car. The wheels roll really nicely and stuff, and it's got quite nice detail just on it. Not a lot, but enough to make it look quite nice, and you know, that's what you want. So yeah, I'm gonna move. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. He does come with two guns. Not really sure which one's which. I assume this one's the Autobot one, this one's the Decepticon one. And he, you know, it suffers the same problem as all Generation 1 characters. The guns don't go anywhere, so you just gotta hold on to them. So I'm gonna move on and do the detail part, then punch, then counterpunch to finish it up. So I'll see you for the detail part next. Okay, so here is Punch or Counterpunch in his car mode, obviously. We're just gonna have a quick look at the detail. Not a lot of detail on him, to be honest, but there's enough to, you know, worth mentioning that makes it look good. So we'll get my trusty pointing pen or pencil, and we'll start looking at it. Now the wheels do have a nice little detailing on it, not just the indents here, but also next to it. You can kind of just see, and they've got a little bit more indentation across the wheel there to give it a bit more. And I love how it's not just a solid one colour wheel, it's the red in the middle there and black as well. Kind of, you know, cool rims, I guess you could say. I try not to talk like that though. We look more, we have obviously a door here, which is a good way to separate the body from the legs, because these bits will pull out to become the legs. You know, which is quite nice. A problem I do have, these windows across here are like all coloured grey, but this one here is just left blue and uncoloured. I assume it's, you know, not so it doesn't take away anything from when these transform into the legs, but it would have been nice if it had been coloured in, because this is obviously like a back window, but you know, oh well. Sorry about that. I do like this bit as well. Bit for oh god, I don't know what it's called. It's where you put in the gas. You know what I'm talking about. It's a really nice little detail that a lot of transforming cars don't have, but I think it's a nice little extra bit they've shoved in there. You do have this bit, which is kind of a problem. This is obviously the joints for his arm, and this bit clicks into here. You know, which isn't great, but it's G1, forgive it. These bit has been pushed down for a very sleek look. Headlights in the top there, you can tell he's a very fancy car. You can probably guess these would be flip-up ones. Then he's got headlights in the front there, and a little indentation there. I assuming is, if anyone kit bashes, could probably put like a punch and then counterpunch there if they were cool, or something like that. Maybe counter, except spell it with zeros and stuff, and then punch. I don't know. So it's an idea. This bit is you know, basically the same. Oh, almost forgot. This bit again, there's a little indent, well, quite a big indentation around here, Again, it's nice because it stands out for like bonnets and stuff have this big indentation here, but this is again another downfall. This is where he flips round and has his Decepticon insignia rub symbol, but you know, who cares. G1, forgive. More detailing around the back, but unfortunately it's kind of taken away by these bits here, which fold out to become the legs. A very nice car mode, I have to say. I really do like it. It's one of the better G1 car modes, I'd like to go out on a limb and say. Not the best, obviously, but I just love it. It's sleek, it's stylish. It's kind of like it. In some ways, I kind of think of it like Kit, the car from Knight Rider. I think that's what its name was. Anyway, I'm babbling now. I'll just move on to Punch. So I'll see you for Punch. Right, and we're back, and this is Punch. The Autobot version with this Autobot rub symbol on the front. A lot more colour to him than the car did. You know, he's got the blue of the car, the black of the car, some nice stickers showing extra detail, and of course a big orange front, which is, you know, the main draw to why I preferred this mode rather than Counterpunch. It just makes it look a lot nicer and neater to have a bit more colour on it. Otherwise, he just looks a bit dark and, you know, I wouldn't say boring, but less attractive to the eye than this mode. He does suffer problems though. For instance, he has no leg movement, but you know, for Generation 1 character, that's not saying a lot. He does have quite tiny little arms though, you know, and they don't go up very far. They move up to about there. His wrists kind of bend left and right, and his arms kind of twist all the way around, and they can go in and out like that. But that's again all due to transformation. He's got no head articulation. Again, what a shock. He is nice. I mean, like I said, the arms kind of do suffer because of the transformation, because in these parts, it also contains the arms for Counterpunch. But Counterpunch suffers a lot more with arm problems, as I'll show you later on as well. Which is why, you know, Punch is better, because his arms do suffer a little bit, but not as much as Counterpunch. And if we put both weapons in, he looks quite menacing. You know, it's quite nice. The guns, again, do work well because they both match the colours and stuff. And I'd always have them holding both instead of just one. Again, the detailing on the robot, excuse me, is very nice. I do like it. Definitely a good figure. I'll look on to the detail part now, I guess, and then move on to well, Counterpunch to finish it off, so I'll see you in a moment.